Welcome to another tale of Vobian Nights, Shadows Within the Streets, Season 2, Episode 28. Let us start within the world of Merosia, and travel to the continent of Balam. From there, let us go to the country of Vobian, and settle into the new Westeros, a place of gnome rule where everyone else is oppressed underneath their regime. The party finally got to meet Lady Itsame Amadachi as she appeared before them within their secret lair. She had a key that was magically merged with her body that led her to the old deity known as Istar Ibi, the Great Corruptor, the Great Whisperer. They merged in their own special way, much like the rest of the party did when they faced their deities. The new demi-deity of Itsame and Ishtar knew exactly where the possessed Gnome King was at and how to get there. As they entered the vault, they entered a royal banquet, in which they were surprised as they saw familiar faces sitting in the various spaces throughout the room. Upon the grand podium lie a grand table with 7 chairs. These chairs weren't empty. Instead, they were filled with not 1, but 7 Gnome Kings of identical size, shape, form, and function. Immediately, powers were unleashed onto the king, and the party quickly discovered that these beings were tied to the guest by way of the Eye of Chaos and its insanity. Their friends, their family, and acquaintances started dying left and right, but not in a typical way. Some of the party realized as their lives faded from Merosia that it was a permanent thing, with no coming back from what just happened. The party began to divide as some of them started to try and save the remaining guests, and the others focused on destroying the Gnome King and this tether to the Eye of Chaos once and for all. Watchers, will they succeed in all of their endeavors or just partially? We are at a true pivotal moment within the story, and the outcome is being played out before your very eyes. Without further wait, watchers, let us go see how it all unfolds, shall we? As each of y'all continue the battle, we find ourselves pretty much at the top of the round. Mary.
Yes.
What are we doing?
Mary is in shock. She can hear her godfather's wails of, "No, Azula, no!" And her grief moves into red-hot anger. Door, can you tell me which one of these fuckers is the king? And if you can, imprison him at my say-so. I'm holding my action till Baron makes a determination. And I'm moving up 30 feet.
Okay. You hear a familiar voice in your head. I have never done something like that before. It would be quite interesting, to say the least. Just let me know.
I know
when
you
are
can
ready.
do it, Dor. I know you can do it, Dor. Talking them up, propping them up.
And with that, we move to Victor as Mary holds her action.
I think I'll probably hold my action as well. And what I want to do is, when it's Baron's turn, I want to use my points so that way something godly happens. So that way what he's trying to do happens.
Okay. Azra.
Azra, who just witnessed Uriel, kind of really intentionally throw a lightning bolt at the king while saying, "It's okay, we can bring back my kids from the dead." Makes sure to shout out, "Everyone who's killed in here is permanently consumed by the Eye of Chaos." And then before that realization can sink in, she uses her 5-point god power to make everybody in the country friendly.
Okay. So what is the DC that I need to roll?
Okay. So I guess we first have to determine what the emotional, mood of the country is. Would you say it's friendly, indifferent, cautious, threatening, or hostile?
So in the eastern part of the country, it is hostile. There's a great war raging on still.
Okay.
Within Westeros itself, recently you made them indifferent.
Okay.
What is in between indifferent and hostile?
Cautious and threatening.
I'm gonna do an average and say it is definitely a cautious country right now. Gotham is up in shambles. May has left, so on and so forth. So,
so then DC is 20 plus my charisma modifier -1 to every level I wish the shift to be. So I'm going to move him from cautious to friendly. So that'll be 2. So that's 20, 18 plus 5. So that is, no, it's 18 plus 6. So that's 24, I think. Or is it last 1 round plus my proficiency modifier? No, that's 23. 23.
okay.
So it's a charisma save for the country, please.
As you reach out with your godly power and try to calm the masses, the majority of them, you feel resistance. You feel...
Hold up. Before you say anything else, I'm going to see how many Font of the Divine I have. So I'm going to use 2 points to have it be an automatic success.
Okay. As the resistance, you're pretty sure that you did pierce the veil of a lot of people's moods by pushing your god power beyond that. You guaranteed a success in doing so. You're pretty sure you didn't get a handful of them, as naturally magic and supernatural abilities and whatever are intertwined with each other. You're pretty sure that the big demon sitting in the wheelchair is immune within this very room. So on and so forth. But millions upon millions upon millions of people, you can feel their overjoy and happiness. Give me a perception check.
That's a flat 30. No, that's a dirty 30. Sorry, flat, no.
The overall country of Vobian has calm feelings of happiness, joy. People are celebrating in the streets even. However, you look to the east in the region of the Great War, and you feel the happiness. You feel the joys. You also feel the anger as these happy people are getting slaughtered by the dozens.
Well, to be fair, those guys only moved 2 levels down. Like, I changed their mood by 2 levels, so they're probably a little closer to cautious. If they were outright hostile.
I'll give you that. And as they move here, there, and everywhere, is there anything else you would like to do? As that was your action.
Yeah, I'm going to bonus action. Ozra's going to take out her viol. She's going to say, "This one's for you, Nessa," and she's going to send a bardic Nessa's way.
Okay.
And that's a D10.
Fairmont.
Yeah. Baron is going to look around. He's going to first try to ascertain if he can figure out the nature of the spell that's being used, and whether if the king is pulled away, whether he'd be able to, whether that would break the spell, whether that would harm the people, whether that would work at all.
Go ahead and give me Arcana check.
Okay. Let's see. All right, that would be a 30.
As you focus on the energies of the room itself, as you have done before when you've gotten these godly powers and seen strands of life, you start to see this not neat, tidy strand, but this web of insanity Each and every king is connected to one of these groups. And you also see something beyond that. Something masked deep within the shadows, deep within the very essence, as all these 7 kings are connected to something else. That's something else you can't quite make out exactly, but you can feel the chaos, you can feel the radiation of the Eye of Chaos coming from that area. And that area, let me see what I can use. Why not? Because it's a goodie, but a oldie.
Backwards, but sure.
You zoom real close, you'll see what it is.
Water breathing. Alright.
Somewhere within that area, you're not for certain exactly. I'm gonna make it bigger if I can. I'm gonna say with roughly within that area, inside the circle itself, you feel this entity, this thing, this being that is controlling these kings, and thus these kings are controlling the people, so on and so forth.
So part of that whole thing was, does Baron get an idea that if the king was pulled away from here, would that disrupt their tether?
Or will this entity, can we pull it?
You have several thoughts go through your brain. The 7 kings, if they were pulled away, popped into another dimension, severed some way, it would free the people. The other thought is, this entity, you severed it from these 7 kings, and the whole chain of command collapses. However, the power difference is great. These 7 kings are less than this other entity.
All right. Where
Can we talk
is?
about the thing real quick?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Where are you? How far away are we? Like, how do I convey that to you?
I'm not that well, actually. Where are you?
I will use
Close to Torin.
I'm pretty far away. I'm going to use a message. So I'm going to use my action. If that did that constitute my action, or?
Did you physically spend a power?
No, I just rolled. I rolled a
Okay.
natural 19 with a plus 11.
I'm going to say that's going to be a bonus action.
All right. So I'm going to use the message cantrip to send a message to Mary to relay that. If you can pull the kings, it'll free the people. There's an entity behind, but that will be much tougher to pull in.
Yeah.
I'd say go
but
for
we'll
the kings.
we're going to probably have to deal with it. But yeah, I think severing it's a good idea. Okay. So the door, I talk to the door and I tell it, can you pull the 7 kings?
You feel the door thinking. And the door comes back and says, interesting. I can, but there will be a price.
Tell me the price. I probably would be willing to pay it. They've already killed my godmother.
I must let 2 more prisoners free.
I had assumed that. Can you make the damage minimal? That maybe the 2 that would be the easiest to catch?
I will see what I can do. And with that,
And make it so. With the 6 inspiration points to make it actually happen.
okay. Well, it's not 6 inspiration points. It's 6 power points.
No,
Well,
she's using her.
I'm using my 5 power
I see what
points
you're
to
saying. Okay.
actually
No,
do
no.
this.
Okay,
But
cool.
then the 6
6, 6.
inspirations to
Okay.
make it so.
Okay. Awesome. With that, the door opens. And out steps
I was going to say, damn it, I meant to have that creature go somewhere else.
a large,
Here he is.
round man, tall in nature. As you hear a boisterous laughter. Ho, 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 ho! It's good
I look
to
up
be
at him, I
free.
said, I look up at him and I say, you can thank me, and you can thank me by using that door back there.
Ah, I have one to collect first. Mary,
Yes.
you know this entity, one of the old gods, as Puzananira, the feast giver.
Isn't tight.
He walks over to the area in which that seems to have all of the ambassadors and imperials and high society.
Table's that?
That would be number 6.
Table 6? Okay.
He looks down upon the man in the wheelchair and smiles as the man in the wheelchair smiles back and says, "My lord, I have done all that you have asked for. Please, I ask for one last gift." And he laughs, this joyous laugh. "We shall do good together, my child." As the man holds up a key and Puzanir takes it, sits down in the chair, and with a flash of light, the chair becomes this grand throne. All around it is bountiful bounties of food, gold, art. Both of them laugh together. And you hear the man once more say, with the undertone of Puzanira, "If you need me, I will be around. Let me know when the time comes to defeat the Eye of Chaos."
I nod at him.
And with that, they disappear. At the same time that happened, those that had a high enough perception
What?
15 or above is sufficient enough.
Does real quick, does Ozra's 28 cut it?
Ever so slightly, definitely.
My tongue too.
You see starved individual, bone and sunken in eyes, scamper underneath, out of the side of Pusanir's robed figure as he stepped out of the door and immediately run to the area of 4.
A 4?
A 4.
Okay.
The hulking entity standing there, raging, making guttural noises, looking at the party, ready to fight them, smiling. This thin, skinny thing of whatever is, you can't tell if it's mortal, immortal, or undead. Immediately jumps on the back of this thing, rips its back open as it screams and plunges itself deep inside of it.
That's gross.
And you see the veins of this thing pulsate. And you see the bluish, blackish Miva meteor energy, the inuatic energy flow throughout this thing. And he laughs. And he looks over at you, Ariel. My experiments are not quite done. And with that, he disappears.
And the kings?
And Baron. Oop. Not the right button. One by one, the kings. You can see the energy, the flowing essence as their bodies literally come apart at the seams and flow into the door itself. And as the last one does, all of y'all hear almost a sigh of relief within the room. And Baron, you hear hideous laughter coming from beyond the throne within that area. And you see what is truly there as it makes itself visible. It is almost like what has been happening to y'all with these powerful entities, merger upon merger. But this one seems to have been merged with the Eye of Chaos. And with that, is there anything else you're doing, Mary?
Oh, that was her held action.
Oh yeah, that is right. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I think the door. That's all I do.
Okay.
Good. Baron now, to continue his turn. He's gonna step here, flying into the air because he has boots of the winged boots. So this guy will take 14 points of fire damage.
Okay,
He's gonna fly back 5, 15 up here to the king next to him, and he'll take 14 points of fire damage. And then I got Torm.
Oh, I hate when it does this. Name, please. There it is. Okay.
Alright. Then Torrent's gonna take 2 swings at the blinded guy on the ground there.
And you said 14 points on the team, right?
Yeah.
This way. Did it work? Nope, it did not work. Let's go. Okay, that's how many points you've done to him. So, just to let you know.
Okay. Sounds
Okay. Which guy?
good. This one in front of him, the blinded one.
Yep.
The 2 swings, they both would hit for a total of 25 points of damage.
Hey, how does it look?
He just starts like pummeling this downed Hydra, smashing it into pulp. And I think then once he is down, I'm assuming he's dead, he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40. He can make it to there, so he's a little closer to Baron. And then that will be our turn.
Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Next to go. So is all these people just blinded? Or what else is going on over here?
Get there.
So they're blinded and prone.
Okay.
And let me look at the spell.
Yeah, what does the person say? Yep, look at the spell. Come on, look up. Something I failed to...
So they are...
So
They cannot stand up or recover from the blinded or deafened. They're also deafened while within the area. So they are prone, blinded, and deafened.
Okay, and how long does that last?
It's concentration up to a minute.
So they can move, but they have to spend half their movement
They have
to
to
get
crawl.
out.
Well, they
crawl.
can't get up while they're
They
in
can't
there.
get up while they're in there? Okay.
Yeah, so they have to
Yeah.
crawl out.
They can
Crawl
crawl out at half speed or whatever.
Okay. Gotcha.
If they can figure out which direction's out.
Just to say, if they can figure it out, because they're blind and deaf. They have no sense of direction.
I will give them a percentage. Actually, I won't give them a percentage. I'll give them... No. No, I don't want that. Let's see. Food. Yeah, we'll roll that. Yeah, okay, no fucking clue. Okay, let's see here. So, where am I at? Okay, so I need to... Nope, grab a hold of the mini. Oh, that's why. Now we can move. I think that's about as far as he can move. Okay. And let's see here. Yep. Okay. Let me pull up the calculator. Okay, looks like you could move 10 more. Or 5 more. You can move right there. So you can move 12.5. So, okay. And with that, Vanessa.
So I want to make sure the connections I established with half the room,
Mhm.
are they still intact? And do they still feel like they're battling the Eye of Chaos? Or with the disappearance of the kings, has my God's influence just went and outright just pushed the Eye of Chaos out and won the battle?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Shit. Okay.
You have a bardic too, if you need it. It's a D10.
Trying to say a bardic, and I thought I had something to increase by like a D4, but I can't find it. So 14 plus D10. That's 19. I need that out of the way so I can see. Yeah, 19.
You quickly deduct that doing damage now to the king has no effect upon the people itself. However, there is that slight essence of chaos still within everyone. And you know that it is that last ditch failsafe that if the king truly was in peril or at his last breath, he could switch it on and this room would go up into a chaotic ball of insane fighting amongst everyone. The only way to sever that completely is to get people as far away from the king as possible and have them rest for several days.
Sorry, got a familiar back here, little. So even with what I do, it's still not going to be able to completely overrule that. And it's just getting them out.
You're pretty sure that you could. The barrier between, I mean, you would definitely create a barrier, but how long you could keep up the barrier, that is up to you. Right now you have it in your control, in your hands. Right now the king cannot get to these people.
Okay, so if I have the essentially innocent people leave, they'll be like, the king won't be able to use them, or will he still be able to? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He will not. But as long as they are in the room, there is a chance. Because who knows? You could be knocked out, you could be charmed, you could be controlled. Thus, that barrier is gone.
So I need to read my power and see if that's going to cost any action or anything. But my goal is to have all of the innocent people that essentially the people at the tables that aren't like who I would know aren't supporting, and I'm assuming the people up here. I don't remember who all I have exactly. I know I have some, and I know Itsume has the rest.
Yep.
I remember I also have this group down here. But I want to have the people get as far away as I can, except for these people. I'll come back to those people in a second, but the people who I can get them away from here and out of the influence of the king, and essentially leave the room. Now I'm going to double check and see if that's going to cost me an action or not. It does not say anything about costing an action.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to use the ear worms that I have on people to suggest that they leave the room and get as far away from.
That is the power that you have maintained throughout, right? Yeah, so it costs you an action to maintain it and stuff like that. So, but yeah, as long as you're maintaining it, then you still have that connection and whatnot. You can tell them. So
Yeah,
go ahead and give me. And what does it say exactly?
It said something about a saving. Like they needed to make a wisdom saving throw to overcome the suggestions.
Okay, so I will go ahead and do that as a math thing.
And the ones down here, I'm going to tell them something different.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 7, 8, 5, and 2. So here, here,
Oh, okay.
and down here.
So 7. Okay, let me go ahead and make rules then. So you have 7. Okay, so I'm gonna say you said 7 failed their roll.
Okay,
It would
good.
be
That's
nice to
the
y'all
group I'm
because
most
D&D
worried
Beyond
about.
is evil.
2's the one that's getting told something different.
Okay, and then what was the second number after 7?
8, which is the people with the instruments.
Okay, they what was the number I needed to roll?
It is 20 plus my charisma modifier, which is a 3, so 23.
23. Yep, they failed too. And the next number?
That's 5.
5. And they definitely also failed.
Okay, so 2, I'm going to tell to go to the Hydra, the nearest Hydra to them, and attack the Hydras and defend us.
Okay.
To get those off of our back.
Okay.
So, try to split them up evenly because I only see 2 because I'm assuming that area where they're blind, deaf, and prone, we can't see them. So I'm assuming the first 4 is going to be going over here. The second 4 is going to be going over here.
Okay. Is there anything else that you were doing?
So that's my
Yep.
action, right?
Yep. So you get a bonus action and movement.
Movement wise, As a bonus action, I'm going to find someone who could use the help action. I can do it within 30 feet, so I'm gonna go ahead and give. Well, let me move first, and then I'll decide. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And as we move on, just go ahead and tell whoever you're giving the help action to. Then. And
I'll go Victor.
okay.
I think I'm gonna look and see who's coming up in the initiative, and then give it to them.
And sure enough, Victor, you hear a familiar voice scream across the room, coming from the area known as 4. As one of them gets up off of its lounge-like chair and laughs and says, "Looks like someone needs to be back in chains."
We'll see about that.
And you see the nomad.
Question for you: since I was holding an action to do something, but that didn't happen, can I do something with this guy?
You can. What action were you holding exactly?
Well, if Baron have failed to do what he was trying to do, so.
Yep. I'll give it to you.
I wanna use my.
It's still within the same round.
My inspiration of 6 points. I want to make something godly happen, and I want to open a portal under him and send him to the abyss.
You are Victor. You have the power of Unzi. The one that held up the universe, the all-seeing, the all-knowing. As you open this portal up, you quickly reach out into the great beyond. And the Abyss Nebula no longer exists. It is now part of the Eye of Chaos. Do you still want to send Nomad to that area, or do you wish to send him somewhere
already
else?
Opened the portal, so I might as well send them through.
You have an option. You can send him somewhere else, or continue this thought.
That's fine. You can have fun.
And with that, the nomad screams some various colorful words and almost says W2TF in its own special way and drops through the portal. And with that, we take him off the board. Oops, did not go through that thing correctly. Okay. And with that, Isame holds on to what she has. And next,
Can I have told Itsume, since she's close to me, to get them out and the king won't be able to use them to escape? and the eye won't be able to use them to spread more of his influence.
She looks at you and says, "Oh, sure, honey. No problem." And with that, Itsume begins pulling people out. If everybody or select people here could start moving. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and, if you don't mind, Baron, could you start moving number 7? Their full movement rate, which is 60 feet out the door.
Those figures are locked to me.
Oh, are they? Can you unlock them? No.
Not unless I log out and log in as the XP
Okay.
guild.
No. Okay. Here, let me go ahead and.
I mean, you could just 60 feet. I think pretty much puts them out the door.
Oh,
So you could just like
I'll just-
make them
I'll just-
invisible.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Just.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that instead.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, come on, stop it. Okay. They're almost out the door with that one, okay. I'm going to start unlocking number 5. And as they do, Uriel, you're going to be up next as the machines on the other side also start going.
Uriel is going to calmly walk forward. How much space do I have? No, I don't. And I still, sorry about your godparents, have 9 charges of that lightning bolt left, and that king does look like a lightning rod right now.
Okay.
So let's fling that at him. It's my skeleton. It's does a 24 hit?
Yes.
Good. I'm gonna use D&D for that because I don't. Okay. Yep. Hunting down 9 to 10. Fuck. Yeah. That does 55 points of lightning damage. However, it says if he makes a dex save, it will do half damage, but I don't. My save DC is an 18 for my spells. I don't know what the
Okay.
dex save on.
So is this the lightning bolt spell?
Yeah,
So
It's-
technically,
well,
it
it's
runs-
not the lightning bolt spell, it's a DD power I have.
Oh, okay. So you can just deal the damage. It's not like
Yeah, but he
doesn't draw the
wants-
line like a lightning bolt spell does.
No.
Okay. I was like, yeah, it goes through a bunch of us.
No, yeah, when I was telling you guys earlier, the lightning... Oh, I forgot to mention, it's a DD power I have. It's like I
Okay.
literally am grabbing a lightning bolt and throwing it.
Gotcha.
As you blast into this entity, this once was a king, now part of the Eye of Chaos. Baron, you're the first one to see it. As the lightning radiates him up as one could a Christmas tree on a hot summer day in a thunderstorm, you're pretty sure that Ariel did a lot more damage than what he took. As you literally see the eye just blink several times.
So it looks like he took less damage than she would have initially dealt.
Yeah. How much
Okay.
points of damage did you initially do, Ariel? 50?
55.
Oof, to 5.
No, stop it. Is there anything else you were doing that was your action?
So I think this. Can I do the thing where I start flying a little bit after I cast a spell? Does that count? Where I like fly 10 feet off the ground?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I would like to
Just-
start hovering 10 feet off the ground.
Just mark it on your character sheet. Well, not
Okay.
character sheet, but your mini. You know where
I'll
the
write it
little
in.
fly. Yeah. Well, it's got the. If you click on the little 3 dots, it's got the wings, and you can actually put the.
I did it.
Got it.
Okay, cool, awesome. And with that,
And that'll be my turn. Oh, I am holding still another lightning bolt.
okay. And with that, you hear a high-pitched gasp coming from area number 4. As you see flamboyant elf dressed in green as he screams out, "Oh! Atrocious! I was here for the party!" And with that, he mutters stuff to himself, and suddenly a whirlwind whips up around him.
Was he casting a spell?
He is.
Can I counter spell it?
Go ahead. And what does your counter spell say to do?
I know I'm supposed to roll, but let me be a dick and do it at I don't think it helps. I'll cast it at fourth level.
So if his spell is 4th level or lower, it automatically gets negated. If it's higher than that, Victor has to roll an Arcana check against the spell. Well, 10 plus the spell level.
Yep. So go ahead and do a roll.
Don't forget, I think you're at least blessed, if not blessed and no, you're blessed and emboldened, so it's 2d4 to well, I guess not the blessed doesn't help with that, but your emboldening bond does. So add 1d4 to your roll.
Okay. Let me look at this thing because I rolled both of them. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 15 plus 4.
So 19.
19.
How does this look, Victor?
When he goes to cast a spell, he swipes it, and whatever he was chanting in his hand, and he just makes it poof.
Immediately, this being gasps. "Oh! How dare you! Boomio will take care of you, foul being!" And with that, anything else to do? Come on, work rate. Nope. Nope. Okay. Hey, mouse, stop it. And with that, okay, let me see here. This guy gets to go. intelligence. Nope, has no earthly idea where he's going. Let's see, roll a d4. Okay. We'll go that way. Is that all? Oh, there's another one. Okay.
He just fell down.
He fell down.
You moved him from here. Dang it. From here to
Yep.
here, and there's a couch there. He fell
Yeah.
down.
He's already on the ground anyway. So
He's crawling underneath, it looks like.
He's crawling over the
He's-
furniture.
That's gotta be a significant movement reduction if he's like underneath the couch.
It's
He's
part
army
snake.
crawling it right now.
The being, the lizard dragonling thing, takes a swipe at Insil, Inzer, and a mouse lady next to him. Buttons, Dave. Oh, I forgot these guys don't have freaking buttons. Okay.
I guess they miss.
Huh?
I said I guess they miss. No buttons,
No.
no hit.
Actually, okay. Let's see here, and two. One hits the mouse.
Victor's girlfriend, no.
Is not Victor's girlfriend.
Oh, this is a different one.
This is it's May's old secretary.
Oh,
No, her personal assistant.
well, that's one
It
way to reduce
falls.
costs.
Downsizing.
Get fired.
These are extreme layoffs.
And takes another swing. Getting Inser as well. As Inser takes 9 points of damage.
Disengage and run.
Barely alive. And with that, I do believe that's all of those guys. I've killed like a lot of them already. Yeah, okay. That. You hear a familiar voice once again. Mostly Azra. The foul being known as Azra has caused all these problems.
Oh boy.
It's her that upset the king, upset this court. Can justice truly not be served? Oh, come on. Oh, I don't know why it's not going anywhere. They've decided to latch. And what is your perception, Azra?
Mine? My passive is
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, he scurries underneath that table, continuing writing bad, foul words as on a notepad about.
He's just writing
he's doing.
swears. He's such a bad journalist.
And with that, Baron, the thing before you lashes out. Oh, that's nice. No, there you go. All right. Well, that's actually nice. Yeah, does a 27 hit?
It would, but I think Baron's going to use a reaction to cast shield, and then it will not hit.
Okay. That definitely misses for the second attack. And with that, y'all hear another voice come about. Y'all look over the giant demon sitting in the wheelchair. Well, my lovelies, y'all stole something from my warehouse. Killed my guards, but appears that things are interesting. Very well then. Appears I cannot go back home, for this eye has devoured it. Instead, I will stay here. I have a cousin to go see in Dulivente. When you get around to it, I'll be waiting.
Send us a postcard.
Mama Mung is my name. And with that, she disappears. Immediately, the guards, all the gnome guards, start standing up, running in the direction. Oop, not that fast. Yeah, we'll move on 50. Why not? And what was the exact wording you said, Vanessa?
You're muted.
I believe I told him something along the lines of attack the Hydras and told him which one to go for specifically.
Okay.
Depending on which table they were at and which was closest to them.
And with that, they run non-stop, head over heels toward that area. What the hell happened? Oh, no. Okay, stop it. Guards, one after the other. Missing person. Oh no, he's gone too. Okay, go. Augur, what are we doing as the chaos ensues?
Okay. I'm gonna fly up 15 feet by doing a cinematic 360. Some of the smoke from the darkness gets pulled with me. I see the king on the other side of the room. He's within 150 feet. I stretch my hand out and I will cast Feeble Mind on him. He has to make a saving throw. Can I spend points to make that a crit success? Is that a thing? Or is it just to give him disadvantage? I've got all those points that I don't use, so I'm wanting to spend them.
For your feeble mind, he was going to use one of his own godlike deity powers to null and gate it. However, you use your powers of your own to succeed, then I will give him a roll.
Cool. Yeah, I was going to do it anyway because I wanted to make sure it hit. If I can spend more to mess him over, I will. But if it's just a roll, it's just a roll. Just let me know how much it costs.
Okay, so what do I need to roll?
Intelligence. Saving throw.
And what is my number?
Your number to beat, sir, is a 22.
You feel the power of the spell take hold.
Perfect. Well, he takes 11 psychic damage off the beginning of that, and then on a fail, the creature's intelligence and charisma score becomes 1. The creature can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. The creature can, however, identify friends and foes, and even protect them. At the end of 30 days, the creature can repeat its saving throw to end the spell effect.
Okay.
That's so core, Alger.
Mary. Before we
and then I drop 15 feet back into the smoke.
Mary is going to use her feline agility to get up on the platform.
I still got stuff on my tongue, but...
Wait a minute, what did I just do?
Augur, is there anything else you're going to do?
I'd love to use my bonus action.
Go ahead.
After I cast a spell with Spellslinger, I can hit a cantrip as a bonus action. So I'll cast Eldritch Blast at the guy that was trying to crawl away underneath the table.
Okay.
He's prone, so what's that? Disadvantage, but I'm hidden, so straight roll.
He's also undercover too, so he gets a bonus to his AC. Go ahead.
Cool. 30 to hit.
Yeah, definitely hits.
15 force damage. 15 to hit.
15 points of damage, you said?
No, yeah, well, the last one 15 points of damage, but it's 3 beams. Or was it 4 beams now?
Okay.
So, second beam 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Okay. I think I have blessed. Is it worth rolling it? Is it that close? I guess not. 21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Another 9 force damage. And a crit hit for a 34 to hit on the last beam for 23 damage. And then I fall 15 feet and then my turn.
Yeah.
All while still doing the 360.
Let me see real quick. Come on. He screams out. There's no movement left.
He's dead?
As far as you know. Mary, what are we doing?
Well, I still will be making the move up. I got it? Yeah. And, did he fall to the ground?
He's standing there.
Okay, then I'm gonna assume he's still up. Can I tell if he's bloody or anything like that?
Go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
$13.
You see wounds on him. You're not exactly sure the exact state he's in, because it's almost like the thing in the center of his chest. It's actually looking at you right now.
I stick my tongue out at it.
It appears that it's keeping him alive, or at least his body seems to be just this weird shell of a thing.
Gotcha. I think I got where you're going.
More so now that after...
Okay. So I want to bane the thing in the middle of his chest.
Okay. What does that do?
Bane, well, he'll have to make a charisma saving throw, so I'm assuming it's still 1. And if he fails,
It's got minuses.
if he fails the savings throw, whenever he makes a attack roll or any other saving roll, he has to deduct D4. You roll it and deduct that every time.
What's the saving throw that I need to make?
Saving throws and attack rolls.
Not
You make a
throw.
you make a charisma
Charisma.
saving throw.
What's the number? My fault.
17.
The eye blinks. You feel that the power dissipates into the cosmos itself.
About the spell I just cast.
Mm-hmm.
I look around and say, my spell doesn't seem to have worked on him. That's it in my turn.
Okay. Victor.
He's still standing, right?
Yeah. Not moving. Not responding. Only the eye blinked when Mary cast the spell.
I gotcha. Guess I'll start tossing some Elder's Blessings at this guy. I see. Can I dispel magic to see if I can get the thing separated from the body?
So what level are you casting that spell at?
Highest I can do is level 4.
Are you using any god powers?
I mean, I could use the one that gives me an out of success on it, and then I'm out of inspiration points.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, might as well.
Spend the points, please.
Okay, done.
As you unleash your spell, the very fabric of magic encases this entity. As it tries to fight off whatever you did, it was unable to, as its body cannot respond due to what Augur did to it. Only the eye can function at this very juncture, and it's almost as if it is limited in power. And with that limited power, you literally see the front part of the king peel off like a really bad scab and slope to the ground as you hear the king scream and fall back, bursting in a puddle of blood. The thing, the blob itself, sizzles and oozes. And Vanessa, you feel it. You feel it scream out to everyone in this room.
Can I do something?
Does
What?
my, since I used my deity power to calm everyone, does that give them an advantage on any sort of saving throw against that?
I'm going to say yes. I'm also going to say that you are next, Azra, in the lineup. Is there anything that you wish to do to help this matter become a positive than a who knows what will happen with the roll of a dice?
I don't think Azra's completely out of God points. Is it my turn yet, or is it?
Victor, was there anything else you were going to do?
That would be it for me.
Azra.
Me.
Look in your Discord.
Oh, Discord. I'm going to Discord. Okay. Azra sees this like chaos going on. She sees this death and she's like, okay, I gotta call my mom. Guys, hold on. I need to call my mom. Just to calm the madness, to try to get any sort of additional power to save these people. Because there's been too much death already. And she could not stand to see any more innocents be used by the eye.
How do you do this? And what do you say, mostly?
I don't think it's a words sort of thing. if that makes sense. Ozra is seeing all of these innocents. She's seeing all of this chaos going on. And she's just going to center herself and try to resonate with that divine part of her personhood.
The atmosphere changes. The feeling of all of this emotion, all of this chaos, all of this madness around you fade. And you feel a sense of calm, a sense of peace, as you feel your mother looking down upon you. You hear her thoughts when in your head, and she says, "My child, is this what you truly desire? Is this what you truly want?"
I want to save people from being collateral damage. In the way that you were collateral damage, in the way that the kids were collateral damage. If embracing this part of me gives me the ability to do that, then I want it.
I have lived my life. I have seen torment. I have seen death. What comes to Marozia is so much more than that. Within my state, I cannot help. I cannot fight yet another thing by myself. With this, my child, I give you my power in its entirety. You will become the next generation. You must lead these people to salvation. You must band together with your companions to defeat this thing. You will always know that I will always love you, as you will feel it within your heart.
I wish I'd gotten to know you better.
In time, you will.
I wish we'd had more time.
We are going to become one. We have all the time in the world.
Okay.
The rest of y'all, amongst the chaos, amongst the struggle, amongst everything, as the people begin to flare up, you see the rage in their faces and in their eyes. And a flash happens around Ozra. You no longer
Would I be able
see-
to enhance that? Whatever's going on? Using my god power?
Paramount.
Mm-hmm.
You are next in the lineup. Which power do you wish to use?
My second power, my 2 PowerPoint one allows me to increase, like I can increase the effects of something. So that's kind of what I was aiming to do, is just whatever energy is flowing into Azra, try to enhance that in some way. Like try to, like I'll flash with light, tendrils of energy lashing out, and like adhering to whatever's going into Azra to try to increase the potency of that, make her even stronger.
Y'all are almost blinded by a bluish white moon. And y'all see rebirth once again, Azra. Come through. Vanessa. What are you doing?
Does it look like the influence of the eye is being pushed back from the people?
As you tap in to your powers, yes, it does. Is there anything you would like to do to enhance that?
The most I can do is try to help push it back with mine.
What are you spending? What are you doing?
Maintaining the ability I have. If I have to, I will redo it.
Okay.
It's 3 power points, so I think, no, 4, so I get an exhaustion point trying to do it.
Okay. Spend those points.
Okay. Do I get an exhaustion point for each one above, or just 1 exhaustion level?
Just 1 exhaustion level.
Okay. I'll try to figure out where that is on the sheet, and
It's under conditions. If you click there, exhaustions
Okay.
at the bottom.
Thank you. The other question I have, the hydras and all those things, are they still attacking and looking aggressive towards the innocents within the room?
You look around. And they seem to be in a strange stasis-like position.
Mhm.
Neither attacking nor moving.
Just heads up, they all have another one of the ear things on them, and they'll have to make another roll. So everyone within I think it's 120 feet, so that'd be every one in the room. I'm not worried about my companions, just everyone else. I'm not worried about group 8 or 5 who should be continuing to move out as well.
Ariel,
But
Yes.
seeing this all happen, is there anything else that you would like to do?
So, I still have all those charges of lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Give them to Ozra. Power her up with like 2 of them.
Okay.
Hand her 2 lightning bolts and tell her it feels good.
Augur.
Hello.
Seeing what went down, seeing what is before you, is there anything specific that you were doing?
Chaos Eye morphed king guy is still standing, correct?
He is not. He
No?
is. The guy himself is a blood puddle mess of a thing, and the eye itself seems to be this sizzling pile of flesh and pus and other separated
So-
between the two.
All good. Threat averted now. We can all go home. No? So, scanning the room, who's hostile towards me? Because everybody's walking in direction. There's madness happening. So I'm just going to cast Arcane Gate, with one entrance being right next to Barrowmount,
Mm-hmm.
and the other entrance being behind Vanessa, in that empty space in between Vanessa and the big dude.
Okay. And what does that do specifically?
Arcane Gate opens a doorway, invisible from one side, but it's open. It lasts for 10 minutes. It's concentration. People can just walk through it as and if it was a doorway, going straight through to the other side. Let me just see the specifics of how big it is. The door is a 10-foot diameter.
Okay. And where does it lead to?
Each door leads to itself. So I'll have, like I said, I have one door here,
Okay.
and then one door here.
Okay.
So if Barrowmount needs to join us, or if we need to join him, it's just a hop skip away for him to then jump out the other doorway.
Okay. And with that, Watchers, the party seems, all in all, as a complete success. What the outcome of this afterward, who knows exactly. Azra becoming a true deity now. And things have definitely greatly changed. Come back in 15 minutes to see exactly what the party does next. See you soon, Watchers.
If you are enjoying our content, please consider supporting us through Patreon. Patrons get access to videos early, as well as digital content easily imported into your own game or campaign. Every bit of support helps us grow as a channel. Do you enjoy watching a live game? Do you have Amazon Prime? Please consider subscribing using your Prime sub on twitch.tv/thexpguild. This is a free and easy way to support the channel. Finally, if you do enjoy this content and know others who might, tell your friends and family about the XP Guild.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Sky Castle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, let's get back to the show.
There is a weird calm that falls upon the room. People are still flooding out the door, but those that are hostile have stopped their actions. What is everyone doing?
I'm gonna go up to Ozer and ask her how she feels.
I feel like my mom. I just became my mom. It's
But like power-wise.
It's like a really calm sort of power. Just like I feel alert and aware and here and in control, and I feel powerful, but I don't know. It's not what I thought it would feel like.
For me, it just was like, it feels like a soft little tingle going under my skin.
I can feel the tingle a little bit. It's a little more of a hum for me, but I get where you'd say tingle. Gosh, this is weird though, isn't it? She just like gestures to the whole of herself. Wow.
Yeah, like everything changes.
So what do we do next?
While they are talking,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to go over and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and try to heal using Healing Spirit the mouse folk? Because it did not die due to the Eye of Chaos. It died due to being slashed.
Yeah. What does the spell do?
So a little spiritual version of Azalea comes, runs over, and starts licking at the wounds, healing them up. To the spell end, any creature that moves into the space restores 1d6 hit points. No action required. The spirit can't heal constructs or undead. And it can heal a number of times equal to 1 plus my ability modifier.
Okay.
And
Mary.
my ability modifier, I'm trying to find it. That's wisdom, right? It's like spellcasting modifier.
Yep.
Okay, so it can heal 1 time. I'm not a good druid.
That's all it should require to get them up.
As you see the little mouse folk blink her eyes and gasp for air.
I believe that's also someone I know, because I'm trying to remember their name, and I'm looking through my contacts.
And she laughs faintly, but a little joy that this fuzzy creature is in her face. As she looks around and says, "Thank you."
You're going to want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Get somewhere safe.
Okay. Will do. And she gets up to her feet as best as possible and heads out the door as she looks at the big creature and wide-eyed, and you're gonna take care of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bye. She runs off.
In the meantime, Ozra, after, she kind of takes stock of the fact that all these, psychic dragonlings are here. She's going to kind of excuse herself from Ariel, and she's going to approach one. It seems pretty calm right now, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, it's almost like it's in some kind of dreamlike state as it sways back and forth.
Can Ozra try to, because she knows that these things have a hive mind. Can Ozra try to connect with that to see what's going on, to maybe try to prevent these guys from becoming hostile, at someone else's whim? I can use a PowerPoint, potentially.
Can't you control the hive mind somehow? And then we'll just have some dragon underlings.
Right.
There's only 2 left, by the way.
We need some base guards.
I think Ozra's more thinking of these things were kind of made against, they weren't given any choice in being made into these kind of monstrosities. So she kind of wants to help them.
I mean, from the information that Victor has said about the other ones, they were born. They were bred into this existence, essentially. They were total experiments.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me. I'm going to give you 3 options.
Okay.
And then you tell me how you proceed. You can either deceive them, persuade them, or intimidate them.
Oh, persuasion, for sure.
What are you
Got a
saying?
plus 17 in that. I think Ozra, she's going to take this one's hands in her plural hands, and she's just going to kind of say very earnestly, not only to this one, but to the rest of the hive mind connected to it, to be like, you are alive. You are creatures who are deserving of fair treatment, and you deserve to live, not just as the enforcers of someone else's will, but as the masters of your own destiny.
While Ozra's doing this, what is Baron, Augur, Victor, and Mary doing?
Baron's first gonna look at this king and where the eye was. So is the eye fully now like dissolved and melted away into ooze?
It has left a hole literally in the podium.
Okay.
And
But
it's
he
part
doesn't
three.
see like any eye or whatever down there.
None. What's just total darkness.
So he will step through this gate. He's gonna come out hopefully more than 5 feet away from Ozra. Because he's still issuing flames from him. He's gonna look around. Are the gnomes still like aware and active, or did they drop into some weird?
Yeah, give me a medicine check. Or Arcana. Arcana or medicine, I'll allow.
We'll go with Arcana.
Oh gosh, it's probably
God.
so difficult to choose.
I'm gonna use an inspiration because D&D Beyond hates me.
Can I try to help you with my bonus action by trying to figure out if they're still under my influence? Would that be enough to grant the help action?
I'm gonna say no, and not from, and you're pretty far away from Baron, so.
So yeah, that would be like a 26, I think, is what it turned out to be with the.
I mean, this gnome right here, I mean, you're like up close and personal, and like not even maybe 5 feet away.
Wow,
Take.
I'm just, yeah, 10, so that I'm not burning him
10 feet
alive.
away,
But
yeah. And you look at the lizard guy, and you look at this gnome.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the exact same magic. They're kind of just standing there in oblivion, not here nor there, waiting, almost be instructed to do stuff.
I think he's gonna look to the rest of the group. Do we trust these things to snap out of it? I think you'll notice that Ozra's at least doing something. He doesn't really trust the big dragonling things. Maybe the gnomes will have response time. But I think he's going to continue moving 5, so that'll be about 10, 15, 20. Flying over these things, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's going to end it right here. So all of these dragonlings,
yeah,
is just going to start taking them apart. So they would take 16 fire damage.
Okay.
And then, I mean, if we need him to roll, he'll start punching him, just like dismantling him as best he can, or we can just kind of go.
Yeah.
But over time, this will eventually destroy them.
What's Augur doing?
To be honest, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click at the same time. Probably just does a little lap of the room, trying to see if there's anybody outskirts we haven't noticed. I assume we're still trying to get everybody out. And I can see some of my party is trying to communicate with these leftovers, so
Yeah.
I'll keep on guard. I'll fly about, ready in action to cast Eldritch Blast if they become hostile at the closest target.
Okay.
Mary did feline agility, so she actually, if this is a round turn, she can't move. But the heat coming off of her from her anger is palatable. And when she can move, she will stomp over to where the hole in the ground, get down on her hands and knees, look through it, and yell, "Come back, you coward!" And let me get my hands on you so I can ring you, that kind of thing. And when she realizes it's not going to happen, she just kind of sits back on her haunches. Her head drops in defeat. And she kind of gulps. And she gets up. She looks around the room. And she slowly walks completely out of the room looking for Gail.
Okay. Ariel.
Yes.
What are we doing?
I am inspecting the body because I want to know more about how this guy got completely taken over.
I mean, there's really nothing left of him. Just a big, giant puddle of blood.
Is there like a signet ring or anything in it?
Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Oh, yeah. Remember to loot the bodies, kids. That's 18.
You dig down deep within the mass. It's still warm to touch. And something sparks in the pile. And you ever so slightly hear laughter as you touch something hard and round.
What is it?
Do you actually pick it up?
Do I have the option to mage hand it up?
Absolutely.
I would like to use mage hand.
As you lift it up,
Oh, he's giggling.
it's covered in blood. Appears to be an eyeball. Gnome size, be a sec.
Is there anything special about it?
Do you wash away the blood?
Yeah. Do I prestidigitation?
And as you do, the eyeball begins to move. As if it is scanning the room.
I will put it in a pouch. So, like, Eye of Sauron style.
As you do, flash hits you. A thought, almost like a memory. You know what you need to do next.
Put it in the door. Mage hand the baggie to the door.
It is not that at all. It's something greatly beyond that. It is something that, as you stand on the podium itself and look out into the room and see just the bloody mess and chaos and your party, and Azra, as you look upon her talking to this giant creature, you realize that Mary needs to free the rest of them within the White Gallery. There's only two left, Basira and Anahid. And by looking upon Azra and her powers, the prediction that you saw earlier between Victor and her is different now. They no longer need to merge together to form this dual entity. You're pretty sure that once Anahid is let out and Victor is around, Anahid will give his little brother his power. And Azra merely needs to turn back to someone she once grew up with, nurtured her from as a child, someone that she turned away from recently. She needs to return, or at least they need to be merged again, her and the Wanderer. As far as the rest of the party goes, Vanessa, Fairmont, you need to go to the Hall of Sanctuary and face the new gods. Those that were champions of that specific old gods of Vanessa and Vermont need to give in, need to merge with them. Unfortunately, between the two, Vanessa has more intact than Bearmont. They drained the living snot out of Enlil to the point that only the sun god T2 remains. All of Enlil's power is divided around the world into power crystals. You know them here as Vobian crystals. You know that in order for Bearmont to seek his true potential, his ultimate deityhood, he will either need to do one of two things. Take that power back from the people, or something far worse, absorb the entire sun in its entirety and plunge this world into darkness forever. But with the power of T2 alone will not do it. As far as Augur is concerned, him and his father need to come to terms. And his father needs to give up the throne and his own power and allow Augur to become the true king of the Spring Court. Mary, unfortunately, has lost a great battle. Her power comes from the door and the custodians. Just here recently, thousands of them died, were consumed by the AI of chaos. However, there's one more door left. You can see it on a ship sailing near the country of Ballenway. It appears a group of female pirates, no, merchants. You're not too sure exactly what they are. Have possession of the next door. The last door. If Mary merges with this custodian, then that door she will become more powerful than what she is now. As you and Azra at this very junction have reached true deityhood, you know that the rest must do so as well. Azra, the being looks down upon you. And you feel from it a certain sense of understanding, of strange hope, as if it had a new life given to it. What do you wish to do?
Do I need to roll persuasion or something to see how effective this is, or is it like god power? I look like a god, I'm speaking very kindly to this thing, and it's like, holy crap.
For fun, let us make a rule.
Okay.
And this will determine one factor.
That's a 36.
What was the number that you rolled on the dice itself?
19.
Your words were enough, but your prairie presence, your very awe. You're pretty sure now that these things are your worshippers.
Oh boy, I was just trying to give him some willpower. Why do I keep collecting worshippers? Ozra's like, no. You can worship anyone. You don't have to just worship me. Uriel over there, she's pretty cool. I mean, sometimes. And there's a lot more gods going on. You don't have to just worship. Oh god, he's bowing. Okay. Well, guys, I don't think the psychic warriors are a problem anymore.
It's a bonus.
As you're saying that, I'm already casting True Polymorph on one of them.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
Let cast.
He's external now.
One less worshipper. What did...
You have a worshipper, but he is in the body of an armadillo.
I thought that one was gonna come worship me. Damn. But I'm gonna walk up with the eye being held in a little pouch 2 feet away from me by Mage Hand. And I'm gonna tell everybody about what I saw. I'm gonna look at Augur, because I just watched him turn somebody into an armadillo. And
Now picking up
So
the armadillo.
I'm gonna go
Carrying
pick
it.
up the armadillo. I'm gonna carry it around.
Oh. I have now lost my armadillo to a goddess.
I'm gonna be petting the
Turn a
armadillo.
gnome into an armadillo.
I can only cast it once a day.
Oh no.
Can I turn a gnome into an armadillo? Can the powers of Ozra and Uriel combined turn someone into an armadillo?
We're just gonna. I feel like if we combine, we're true polymorphing them into an armadillo.
Then I will give the true polymorph gnome to Augur.
I polymorph a bird outside into a gnome.
There is. Y'all are in a pocket dimension, if you remember.
But I am going to tell everybody about what I just saw from the eye that's floating next to me. Augur, I think you and your dad have to hug it out, and you take his spot, and then you will be the king of the spring court.
Oh, your dad's retiring. Should we throw a party?
But to be honest, I did try messaging him. I'm still waiting for him to respond. So maybe I'll send him a chaser.
Ask him if
Did he leave you on
about
red?
retirement.
Well, to be honest, the message appears psychically in the head, so he heard it. He just didn't respond.
Maybe he was busy.
I mean, his wife isn't
He
around
doesn't even
anymore.
have to verbally
so,
say words.
Wow, all
Nessa,
this.
I think you have to kick the asses of the new gods that aren't me and Ozra.
So the old new gods. While
Yes.
saying this, Vanessa's going to be gathering up. I can't see which one this is. It's one of the kids.
sweeping him up.
And there ain't no way I'm picking up Fred. He too big.
No, they're dust. They are dust.
I thought that the bodies were still there, or did the bodies
No.
float into dust? Is there
No.
any memento or something from them that could be given to Brett as a memory piece?
Get one of the gods to crush their dust into a diamond and make a necklace.
Go
This
ahead.
diamond
I
needs to
mean,
be your
I
brother.
Vanessa, go
If
ahead
it
and
rip-
roll me.
So if it matters, I have a passive investigation of a 26.
Okay. Mary.
If you want me to roll, I can roll.
No,
Yes.
no.
I'm going to be doing that for each of the people that we know that died. I'm going to try to find something for Mary as well if she didn't already grab something from her.
I walked right out the door after Gail. And if we're in the...
Going in the hallway.
In the palace.
There is a hallway, okay.
Yeah. Y'all are in the treasure vault area. So there's other doors, as you remember that Itsume said.
There was an interesting one, wasn't there?
There's an interesting one down below.
That we need to check out.
The rest, yeah, everybody is running in the direction, trying to get away, so on and so forth. Gale is just lost. They're standing there looking around, bewildered.
Well, I approach him, hug him. We sit there and cry.
What am I gonna do?
I don't know, Gale.
Looks at you.
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I love you, Azula, so much.
No. Not your fault. Not anyone's fault. Its fault. The thing that he starts going through the maps and pulling out stuff and pointing at them. I said it was coming. I didn't know what it was coming. And he just continues rambling on, pointing at his maps.
And I sit and listen to him. Agreeing with him when he says stuff that makes sense. Quiet when he doesn't.
What's Victor doing?
I think Victor's trying to look around and as the Gallier people, is this it or where do we go next?
Right now, I'm just going to try to gather things to remember the people by, for the people that each cared for him the most. Assuming by this point I've gotten something for Fred and something from Sydney. I don't know if I got something from Cliva yet. And got something from Azula. Those were all fairly close together. Probably a couple things from Azula, knowing that Gale's also still out there.
Azra, Uriel, Fairmont, Hugger. As Victor asks this question, Mary is nowhere to be found within this room. Y'all did see her run out. Vanessa is going around shifting through various people's ashes, gathering what little bits and bobs she can find.
I think we need to make an announcement to Westdressed.
Precisely.
If we're going to have any kind of hope against the Eye of Chaos, we cannot be divided. We cannot leave room for unnecessary chaos. We have to give people
Order.
At least some people. Order. And time to heal. Time to come to terms.
Mm.
I was thinking the same. Do we want to investigate that vault before we head up and make an announcement?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yes.
I do, after getting the last bit from whoever's last, I'm going to walk over to Ariel and hand her what I found from Fred and Sydney.
I will put them in like tiny vials. Like whatever it is, like I'll put them in vials. And then put them on a cord around my neck.
Ariel, do you need a hug? I've got the arms for it now. I've got a lot of arms. I'm probably pretty good at hugs. Or really bad.
I'm just gonna run up and hug Ozra. Because I also don't have to worry about hurting Ozra with the fact that I'm a god.
I'm going to go.
Power hug. The building explodes.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go check on Mary and Brett. I'm coming out here.
As you step out, you see Mary still with Gale. But Brett is nowhere to be found.
I send a thing, because he still has the thing, the ear thing on him, to suggest that he meets at our hideout whenever he's safe.
The question is, did y'all ever give him the location?
I thought we did.
I feel like
When
if
they became
Vanessa's
adults.
like, I feel like if Vanessa is compelling him via earworm, he's gonna know the direction kind of like intrinsically.
I don't know why, but I just feel like I need to walk this direction.
I need to jump into this well.
I need to jump into this well.
I thought that we gave him the location when we came back and they were all adults. Or am I misremembering?
I
I
can't
don't
remember.
have been to the-
It's alright, he failed his saving throw anyway.
It's
He's
fine.
out there. He knows where it is now.
He's like, I just saw my brothers die. You know what I need? I need to go jump into a well.
End it
I know.
all.
He thinks he's committing suicide, and then he finds himself in our...
Oh my god.
The people actually
Can't even do
got
that
pretty
right.
Good.
All right, I think we'll gather together and go check out this vault first. Then the aim would be to head up to, like, I don't know, whatever. I'm sure there's like a balcony or something that they use to make announcements or whatever, and that's for sure a direction that Baron will be planning on heading.
Anybody saying anything to Mary and Gil as y'all pass them?
I'm gonna walk up. It's like, I know it's not much. I know it's not gonna help, but I pass over some of the trinkets that I would have found.
I think as Baron walks by, I mean, he's not very good at this stuff, but he'll kind of reach up and kind of put a hand on her back and say, "Sorry for your loss. Sorry for their sacrifice. We will make them pay." But then he's going to keep walking because he's really not good at this, so...
Well, I hug Vanessa, and I give Baron a solemn look, like a yes, we the hell are. And I greet anybody that greets me. And I do ask one of you where you're headed, so I'll know.
The vault that Itsume mentioned was interesting before.
Seeing how awkward that conversation Baron was just in, I cast invisibility on myself and walked past.
And I'm sitting there thinking, I see you. No, not really.
She
I
can
just completely
see
blank it like
being
you can't.
invisible. You're like,
Victor, do you say anything?
Yeah, Victor will put his head on her back, and we'll get them back. No worry.
I nod at you also.
Baron taking notes, learn invisibility.
that's what he learned. He just learned he needs to be invisible.
Osriel, Ariel walking together. Do y'all say anything to Mary and Gale?
I think Ozra, she's a lot taller, so she kind of kneels down in front of Gale and she, says, the people that we lost, regardless of whether we can get them back, live on in our memories and live on in our actions. Your loved one did a beautiful thing by existing in the first place. So the best you can do is to exist just as joyfully.
Ariel?
I look at Gale.
He looks back at you. Tears still rolling down his eyes, but smiling thoughtfully. Ariel, do you say anything?
I kneel down. I put my hand on his shoulder and I let him know they wouldn't want you to spend all your time just mourning them. To live would be really good for their memory.
So I'll actually grab you, Ariel, and give you a really, really big hug, and then whisper in your ear, I'm sorry for your loss as well.
Thanks, Mary. There are like tears coming down Ariel's face a little bit.
The rest of y'all make it to the vault. The door is wide open.
Dang it! Wait a minute, where's Itsume?
Okay, looking in. Any sign of anything or any indication of who or what may have come in? I think I'll also pull out my lantern of revealing. So if there's anything invisible within 30 feet, they will become visible.
Ogre?
Ogre!
Oh! When did you get
10
there?
feet back, so I'm outside the radius and just vanish once again. I'll come up next to Barrowmount and have a look in as well, see if Witch's Sight picks up anything different.
I'm just gonna investigate around.
Everyone that is entering the room, give me an investigation roll. And this is going
Can
to
I
be
just
group
help Barrowmount then?
Yes.
Take the advantage, my friend.
That's a nat 20 for 33.
That's a natural 1 for a 9.
That's a 21.
31.
21.
The two
I'm
experiences of
crying
godhood.
so hard.
Mary, did you eventually follow along with the party, or did you just stay with Gale?
Talked with him for maybe another minute after they left, and I'm saying I really need to check in with them and see if there's anything I need to do.
Yes. Most definitely. I will go back to the house. But here. You need this. And he reaches in to one of his many, many bags, pouches, whatnot, and pulls out a miniature door.
Oh.
It fits
I
in the
look
palm
up
of
at
your
him.
hand.
I look up at him and what is this?
It's to help you I don't know. Zula was good with terms. Like your two friends. The one with the many arms.
Their
Didn't know you had a
godhood?
T-Rex.
Yes. Get more powerful. All I was told was knock 3 times.
And is there a certain time that I'm supposed to knock 3 times?
You'll know the right place and the right time to do that.
Okay. How do y'all keep getting all this stuff? Just kind of ask and wonder. Not really expecting an answer.
I was a librarian. Or am a librarian.
He's saying he is a librarian?
Yes, yes. Me. Mary.
What is a librarian? Okay, this is not the time.
No.
a librarian.
And he leaves. You eventually get to the door where all your companions went in. They are frantically searching throughout this room. What they are searching through is mountains upon mountains of treasure.
Or
Gold, silver, copper, platinum, gems and jewels. And as each of them frantically search, they manage to pull out one item.
each one out of each?
Each one. Some have trouble. Ariel, for one, she keeps on gathering up the jewels and whatnot. Eventually someone comes by and says, no, there. And eventually Ariel pulls out a certain item. Mary, are you searching as well?
I will look, yes.
Give me investigation roll.
Yeah, I guess I'm distracted with what's happened.
Does anybody
Half-heartedly doing it.
Does anybody come by and help Mary out?
I give a bonus action help.
Mary, re-roll that roll.
Okay. Dan.
How long do y'all stay within this room? 10 minutes, an hour, longer? Or
I wouldn't
just
say
a mere
super long.
Few minutes, under 10.
If we want to take everything, I can keep teleporting us in and out of the room.
No,
No,
I
guys,
mean,
this is like the country's money.
Yeah.
I don't think this is just
Yeah.
the king.
I
We
mean,
can't
I'm
hang
going to
this
take
contract.
some of it.
Like obviously
I-
they can't spend on like civic servants like a gauntlet. Like they can't like pay them with that. So like it's probably fine if we take a couple of those.
I'll
I
stop
think I
once my
would-
pockets are full. I don't know how long that would take, but I'm not even looking
going
what I'm
to
putting in the pockets.
Definitely
I'm just-
be
I'm
just
grabbing-
opening. Go ahead.
I'm grabbing jewelry and gems.
I'm opening up my boob bag of holding and just filling it up.
Can I
Bra
play
folding.
boobs basketball with like some gems at Vanessa?
I think, probably 5-10 minutes, grab a few things. I mean, even in Baron's mind, who is like, we can't take all of this in his head, it's also we've put in quite a bit of effort and resources in order to dethrone this evil king, and should be allowed some sort of reward. But after they do initial snatch grab, he's gonna turn to everyone. I'm gonna go address the public if anyone would like to come. I think that's fine. We need to figure out what we're gonna do with this nation, but it's not gonna be under this king. I'm not sure who will take the throne, but for now, I am going to enact some changes here.
I will come as well if you need someone to say it a little less dictatorly.
I could come and even take the form of the ex-king and
Please
abdicate
don't.
the throne.
Do not.
I think we're
Fine.
good at
Just
just.
like grab
It's
another load
it's such a
of
fun
things.
idea.
Yeah.
Please don't.
I will.
Might as well all go together so they know who took care of that tyrant.
Anyone have thaumaturgy? BT dubs?
I
that'd be
don't
great.
Oh
I got it.
gosh, what
I
I
can
have
help you
so
out as a
many.
megaphone.
Yeah, because I have prestidigitation, I could make like little voices out there, but I couldn't
Shower
make
of
myself
sparks.
louder.
I took Druidcraft.
No, Alger's got it.
I'll
we can have
cast
a nice
Major
small
Image so
breeze.
they get a big TV screen style version
Nice.
of you speaking above the crowd.
So, yeah, gonna go up.
Once I've indiscriminately filled my pockets of random loot, I will follow you up.
Ozra kind of looks around, reaches into one giant pile of gold, like up to one of her arms, it pulls out one thing and walks out.
That was my pocket.
Yep.
What are you doing?
No sleight of hand.
The
Oh,
room
sorry.
is covered.
I think Mary's looking for something special, and which is why she's rolled so bad, is because she's not finding it. She's just looking for that one thing special.
Yeah.
She'll know it when she sees it.
Jewelry and jewels.
I
Eventually,
Vanessa's books.
y'all step out after the maze that y'all went through, out into the grand balcony, the once castle known as Westeros Castle. The city
Sure.
is still
Go ahead, sir.
plunged in darkness, but you see fires and activity all around. The places that y'all said to hit have been hit. What do y'all do?
Baron will start off by just like basically using prestidigitation to like shoot up like a light show, essentially like up and above, to like start gathering people's attention to the castle itself, to this balcony where they kind of step out to address the public and wait for some of the people that are nearby, probably some of the local officials and such, to gather.
Eventually,
Ozra's gonna help with a minor illusion.
Eventually, people start to slowly pay attention.
Citizens of Westeros.
I'll cast Major Image in the middle of a crowd above them so they can see and hear what he's saying.
Victor, are you doing anything to help this experience?
I'll put a minor illusion of sunlight, fireworks in the background.
Mary, are you doing anything?
I could give somebody a bardic inspiration if they need it. They need to pick
Then-
someone.
That would be Baron that's giving the announcement.
Okay.
Take it.
Okay, to Baron.
Vanessa,
Best I could do was use my bonus action to help him, to give him the help action. And I'll do that by standing next to him and just trying to make him look less intimidating and give off a less intimidating dictator-like presence, more a...
Ruining my vibe, jeez. No.
Look, he's such a gruff guy.
so you're becoming...
It might be needed.
His
Um,
arm candy.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Anything to just help him look less intimidating and more like someone who, while is not the best at speaking, actually knows what he's doing.
Okay.
Ozra's going to Eagle's Splendor him, so he has advantage on charisma checks.
Gosh.
Can I spell sniper and use bonus action to give him guidance?
Spell sniper.
Yeah, so like I've major
There's a
image.
sniper on the roof.
I mean, not spell sniper, spell slinger. Major image guidance.
Ariel.
You have everything.
Yeah.
All
Must
the
have been a
pins have been
emboldening
set up.
bond. 6 of us. Mainly myself, probably Ozra,
of friendship.
Ariel.
What can I give him?
Everyone but the arm candy, since that doesn't fit the vibe.
Uh, well, I've started glowing like a god,
Okay.
and I guess I can make the weather absolutely perfect for them.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's a good one.
That's cool.
Like, clear up all of the overcast.
Wait,
Nice.
just make it overcast just over us. So then, like, that's like
No,
a big,
the sun
like,
is
ooh.
now shining behind us, so it.
I think it's night, but
Oh
Okay.
god.
Yeah, the sun's here.
yet it's here.
The moon's also here. It eclipses. It's horrifying.
Baron. I will need... Okay. I will either need 4 choices.
Okay.
Deception,
Okay, no.
persuasion,
Possible.
intimidation,
No.
or performance.
Alright, so we'll go with persuasion. I'm actually proficient in persuasion.
So before you make that roll,
Okay.
I need that speech, please.
So he's gonna get their attention. Citizens of Westeros, citizens of Vobian, for years we've fought in wars that you have known nothing about. Yeah, of course, you knew we were fighting. You don't know the reasons or the corruption behind it all. Today we have dispatched the usurper king. For too long we've sat divided as a nation, as a continent. We need to end that now. We face a threat greater than that of which we have ever seen before, and standing divided will no longer work. No longer can we have people kept in isolation, in camps separated because of their race. No longer can we hold slaves of goblins because they are different. Today that ends. Break all the shackles, open all the gates. We must stand united. We must call a truce against the land of the 1,000 tribes and face what comes at us as one. Your king was possessed by an evil entity. He used that power to influence those around to bring about an even worse fate than we've ever seen. We will fight this. We will defeat this. We will ask your cooperation in the days to come. We will need to establish a new leadership. But for now, I wish you to go out, free those from our holding pens, free the citizens, the goblins that you have kept as slaves. They will serve us far better as allies than they ever have as slaves. Kind of look to the rest just to make sure he kind of covered a general basis, but that's more or less the speech he wished to give.
Ozra thumbs up. And then Ozra's going to say a short, kind of like, this is a time for unity, this is a time for community, for understanding, for compassion among others. Your enemies may not be your enemies any longer. We are all mortal. We are all people of Vobian. And that is something that will unite us.
Baron,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and give me that persuasion check with all the added bonuses and whatnot that your party has given you.
Okay. I know I got a bardic from someone. What was the
That was me. It was a 1d6.
Okay, so I get a D4 from my thing.
You're also rolling at advantage.
Yeah.
Because of Eagle Splendor.
Give me a guidance.
So I am okay. Let's add in guidance. 28.
Y'all begin to hear the chatter of the street, of the people. And you begin to hear the cheers, the excitement. Vanessa and Victor, y'all hear it, and Victor, you actually start to see it. Change has begun. Is there anything y'all are doing? Any last thoughts? Any last moments at this particular time?
I think after the speech, Baron will turn and walk back inside. I look at the rest. I don't know about you guys, but I've never slept in a palace or a king's bed, so I think we kind of earned something.
Slumber party!
Oh.
Maybe we have an actual party here to celebrate the change coming.
You could go down and order the
Invite the
chefs to
people.
cook up a meal and start serving out the people in this area. Whoa, perhaps we get the people that have been imprisoned for so long and bring them in for the party.
Also the rebels that helped make this.
Feast!
The goblins.
The goblins, what was it? Rose.
The Rose's Thorn.
Broken chain.
I can also get my network because they worked with them and helped.
In fact, I think Baron will send out his owl to try to scout out and find Genvadi.
I will send. Go ahead.
I will figure out a way to go find Brett.
If you give me a sec, I could get Brett here.
Okay.
I send a thing to Brett to
Bing.
come
Poor kid.
back towards the palace.
He was walking. He just like left the palace, and now he just turns around and he starts walking.
Just
back.
got to the well, was about to climb in.
It's like, there's no way, not in that short amount of
Gonna
time.
jump
Not unless he
into
can
it.
teleport.
Augur, any
Yeah.
last thoughts? Anything we're doing?
I'll send that chaser to my dad when I've got a spare moment. I'll like get my tome out.
Party
Alright,
invite.
I'm like, hey, like, just killed a part of the Eye of Chaos. No biggie. Just throwing a little party at the palace. Now it's empty. You and some people, welcome to come through if you're free.
Augur, after you finish writing this message, you realize something.
What?
A key friend, key companion to your newly found brother died back there in the vault.
Who? What? Who
What?
died back?
Cliva.
Which one
A
was
little
Clive?
gnome known as Cliva.
Was that the one that stole all my
Shopkeeper.
bowls?
No.
No, that was Victor's brother.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No, that was your brother. Like,
Oh,
That was
your-
the other
that was
brother.
Your imp brother, your fairy brother.
Oh,
You
okay.
jack of all your weird terms.
Cliva
I should get the
was
family tree out.
friends with Valerel.
Okay, because like I only met her a couple times, so like I'll send my condolences to my brother via instant message.
You text
Not
him like,
sure
"Hey
if
man."
you know yet, but
Sorry, your buddy's dead.
just and yeah, brief little buy some
XOXO.
flowers.
I also am gonna let Augur know. It's like you probably have a better way to contact him than me, but I do have something of Cliva's to get to your brother as a token of remembrance.
I'll put it on the message.
Victor.
Victor's probably gonna open a portal and he's gonna give his lockpicking tools to PJ, and he's gonna tell him, let any prisoners out, and if anybody gives you any problem, just stick them to them.
But I mean,
PJ, do
please,
not.
please don't kill anyone. PJ, you can't kill anyone, and you can
I will
only
light you up
and
like
you can
a-
only be intimate
Very
with people
sad.
if it's mutually consensual.
Mary said, why don't you let me send Sin out to do that?
PJ
I
can
mean, we
do.
can both do it.
I will light you up like a
Kitty?
light bulb.
Did he go instead? PJ stay in party?
He's just gonna tell him in his mind, just go. Turn the pistol, will go.
If you're good, you'll be allowed to party.
No.
PJ
It's
pooped
Just a little
himself.
party. Just a little party.
not that kind of party.
Very.
I mean, I think we just
but
invited a
big
couple
bake
Fey
that kind of
Lords here.
party.
It's going to be that kind of
I was
party.
gonna say, who made this
Uh-huh.
decision?
A proper Fey party.
Oh, it's gonna be all kinds of party.
Very.
While they wait, for
Yes.
things, he's going to start identifying the items that they've
Yeah.
purchased or found.
Mary, what is your last thoughts
Yes.
and whatever you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I still have a lot of sorrow that I know that Mary would be dealing with, and so I'm kind of on automatic. So pretty much, if somebody tells me to do something, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of automatic.
We leave just on our last note. Ariel, Azra. Anything specific? And with that, Watchers, we end tonight's episode on an overall good note. Not only did the Gnome King get defeated, but there was also tragedy involved with that. Loved ones were lost in the fray forever. On a lighter side of the note, Westrest has been reborn. The country of Vobian, change is starting to play out. And for that matter, the continent of Balam itself, the great war between Vobian and 1,000 tribes that have been going on for hundreds of years, may finally end, and peace finally settle over the lands. It is only a matter of time to see this all change and happen. But mainly the party now faces the true enemy, the true thing that will unravel all of their efforts, all of their things that they have set up in order to make this a better place. Simply gone, simply disappear, simply be forever nothing. This is what the Eye of Chaos does. Will the party defeat it? Will the party finally become the next deities of Marussia? Well, that, my watchers, tune in to the next episode 2 weeks from now to continue the last bits of the story. Thank you for watching, thank you for participating, and most of all, let's thank our wonderful players, for if it wasn't for them, the story would be very, very different. I am going to go around the room, announce a character, they will say what they'd like to say, and then go from there. Let us start out with the newest one in the deity list of true gods, Azra.
Hello, everyone. Saint Azra here. The artist formerly known as Saint Azra. Lot of fun. Can't wait to get my friends up to godhood. Can't wait to see how the old new gods react to the fact that a bunch of hip, new, fresh blood has rolled into the station. Yeah, I'm just excited for it all. With that, I will throw it over to my sister god. Where I am the moon, she is the sun? Uriel.
She's the light.
Yeah. Hi. I am Goblin. I play Uriel. I'm pretty stoked to bring everybody into godhood, too. And also get Augur to go on, like, a camping trip with his dad, I guess, and convince him to retire. But also pretty tragic to lose all of your kids in one go. Well, almost all your kids. I've got one left. And with
They
that,
were adopted.
Uriel was adopted.
Which doesn't change anything.
Hurts even more now.
Yeah, Uriel's adopted. But with that, I will pass it over to Mary.
Yes. Yeah, this was a very sad episode for Mary, as last time was. But I had a lot of fun. As usual, we had a blast today. New person to godhood. That's excellent. And I look forward to seeing what's going to happen next time. So I'm going to send it over to Baron.
Hey guys, it's Bill playing Baron. It was kind of fun to, I don't know, finally get to this point where we've at least made a major stride and have a moment where we're not necessarily like wanted and every moment of our lives are going to be fraught with this regime, and completes one of Baron's longtime goals from before, like he even grouped up with the party as to free the slaves and overthrow the current regime. Although back then it was dwarves, he didn't care much for the gnomish parties as he took over. If you're enjoying this, if this time slot works for you, we have a game on Monday that I'm running, my Shield Wardens game. I've got Jose and Billy and Dave in that game, along with one other. And we'll be continuing on finding that out. They just kind of reached a major milestone in the story, so it could be an interesting place to pick up. And we're going to be playing tomorrow night. If you're currently watching on one of our streams, give us a follow. Or if you have like Amazon Prime, you can get a free Twitch subscription on there, which gets rid of all those pesky ads and helps us out. We'd appreciate that. Let's go to Alger.
Hey, Billy playing Olga. Quite happy that nobody died. Quite annoyed that I had my armadillo stolen before I even got to pick it up. Find out if I get it back next time. Pass it over to Vanessa.
Hi everyone, I'm Summer. I was playing Vanessa today. I am. It's a sad episode for Vanessa, not the saddest, but still sad. And also, again, if this time slot works for you, I believe here soon we have a game coming up in this time slot on Sunday, but we don't have the exact date for it starting settled yet, but we're close. So I can't really say anything more about that, but I will be in it, and so will my friend down in the other corner, Victor. But I'll go ahead and pass it on over to Victor.
Everybody, my name's Jose, and playing Victor, and yeah, that was pretty nuts. I was not expecting all that happen, and for all these people to die, that we can't bring it back, but it turned out pretty well, and I definitely can see how this game ends. It's gonna be interesting. All right, I'll pass it on to Dave.
So yes, lots of things coming soon as far as new games and the like. Tomorrow we are playtesting / doing session 0 of our new game system / world setting called Astroplex, the Spire and the Sprawl. It will be our very first in the series. We will have more as time progresses. What little old Vanessa, a.k.a. Summer, a.k.a. Trish Bella, has mentioned, we are doing part 2 of a Unseelie Expectation game. Not really part 2, more of the next chapter in that entire broken series. This one is called a fatal something. I can't remember right off the hand. I'm tired. But it's going to be on Sundays, every other Sunday, starting at noon, so on and so forth. And stay tuned for that. But check in all of our fun stuff below, and we'll go from there. As I'm being whispered to, but I'm already stalling, so ha ha ha. But yes, I guess I will get around to this lovely, lovely thing that the party's desperately praying for me to say. Everybody,
give it to us.
Loses 5 levels, gets their legs broken, and now realizes they wake up in an old folks' home.
It was all a dream.
Yes, it was all a dream.
We've only lost 5
Table flip.
levels.
Everybody gain a level.
Yo.
Not only gain a level, but gain a, what are they called? A font of divinity, aka inspiration point. As well as that one item y'all found, y'all get to choose one legendary item.
Oh, legendary!
Nice.
Ultimate
It
cosmic
was.
power.
Wait for it. Legend.
Under Dave approval, of course. So, but
No.
anyway, with that, I think we should tell our wonderful watchers, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And see you next time.
Bye.
Peace
See
out,
you
bitches.
next
Smell you
time.
later,
Auf
alligator.
Wiedersehen. Au revoir.